Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that there's something going on my light. Hold on. I think that's better. I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. I'm just trying to shimmy my bangs a little bit. Alright. I'm actually glad this is still burning. The trick is to position it like firewood. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I had some very interesting dreams last night, of course. But I'm not going to... Alright, let me start off with this deck. I want to make this quick. Today is actually a very good day. So the card that came out, it says, "This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Psalms 118:24. Everything is possible for one who believes. Mark 9:23 behind that. I feel like this is very simple, very simple, very simple. If you believe in God, you have God in your heart, your days are pretty good. You're got faith, you got love, you got happiness, joy. It's so simple. I feel like this is just that, right? Like that's not saying that you're gonna have tough days and difficult days and times and struggles and strife and blah 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 blah, right? But I do believe that as long as you have God in your heart and keep faith, keep hope alive, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So I feel like this is just a little reminder that, like, I'm also getting to, like, it's okay for you to, like, enjoy your days, right? Like, you know how, like, you walk into, like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like, if you go into, like, a building or something, or a grocery store, or, like, an event, or even, like, maybe a family member's house or whatever, right? And you're having a genuinely a good day. You're just genuinely happy. You're genuinely fine. But, like, right, because there's nothing, like, you just woke up feeling good and great, right? So then you go into a different environment, and the energy there, let's say there's a person that's not feeling good and great, all right? You shouldn't have to feel guilty for feeling good and great just because someone else is not feeling good and great. All right? And I think that's something that you need to be reminded of. Just because you're having a good day and someone else says, "Oh my God, what a day," and blah, blah, blah. "How's your day going?" "My day is going pretty good." "Oh, okay." Right? Like, you shouldn't have to be like, "Oh, well, you know, it's just one of those days," right? Just to, like, make that other person feel better about their crappy day, right? And I know that may sound insensitive, but realistically, that would be you, like, shining yourself down, right? Dulling yourself. If someone is having a bad day and they're open about their bad day, right? Not like you're actually, "Oh, tell me about your bad day so I can tell you about my good day." It's not like that. It's like they're actively open telling everybody about their bad day, right? So, and then that same person would be asking you, like, oh, well, how's your day going? Like, just to see if you're having a bad day as well. You don't have to pretend. All right? There's an energy that wants to make you, and the thing is, the more you pretend that your days are not good, and you have to come up with, oh, well, this issue and this problem. You got to be careful, because you will manifest those issues and those problems, right? Next thing you know, you're actually, it's kind of like, the whole fake it till you make it kind of energy, but not really, because it's kind of like the more you pretend like, oh, my day's alright, you're gonna actually manifest just alright days, right? Like if you're having generally good, amazing days, you're feeling great, you're feeling good, energetic, healthy, wealthy, everything in between, and someone's like, oh, how's your day? And you're like, my day's going pretty good, right? Keep that. Don't be like, oh, well, you know, because you don't want to speak that energy upon yourself and upon your life, right? So be careful, right? And if it feels like that doesn't mean you have to tell them about the good things happening in your life. Just keep it simple. My day's pretty good, you know. I'm sorry to hear about your bad day, but my day's not that bad. My day's good, right? There could also be people around you that want you to speak ill upon your life, upon yourself, right? Because like I said, the more you do that, eventually it's going to happen, right? Like you keep saying like, oh, I'm so tired. Next thing you know, you're going to end up really being tired, and you're just like, whoa, what? This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. You're genuinely happy about your days. You're fine. You're great. You're healthy, wealthy, and everything in between, right? You're fine. You're good. You're happy. These are your days. Live in it, okay? Stand in that, okay? Own it. Don't, oh, I don't know, my days, it's alright. No, you're meant to wake up and rejoice and be happy and live life and la la la, right? And that may sound naive, but it's true. That's what God intended for your days to be filled with, right? Rejoice, right? And be glad. Those are your days. So don't let anybody make you feel like you have to be like, oh, it's, you know, well, this happened, and just to like match their energy, because that's essentially what you would be doing. You would be matching their negative energy when that's not your energy. And you got to be careful doing that, because you're going to end up picking up on that and manifesting that and attracting that. And you don't want that. That's not what God wants for you. You're supposed to be having great days, right? Oh, it's just, you know, one thing after another. How about you? How's it working out for you? It's pretty good. That's it. Keep it simple. Pretty good. Thanks for asking. You don't have to go into details. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to, you know. My day's good. I'm having a good day. My day's fine. My moments are fine. My blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. If they're solar starving, stay away. Yeah, you need to be careful, because that energy, right? That's like, oh, it's just another day. Oh, it's just saying, oh, right? New karmic cycle. Somebody wants you to repeat. If you were once in a long-standing cycle of sadness, misery, negativity, betrayal, hurt, pain, depression, if you were in that energy, be careful, because there are energies, multiple, it's not just one, around you, that they're like this. Their soul is starving, right? They're not happy. They don't wake up happy. They don't wake up grateful. They don't wake up, what a beautiful day. They don't wake up, I'm glad to be alive. They don't wake up with that kind of energy, all right? Something happened with you, whatever you did, collective, whatever, that's your business. But you're not in that energy. You actually wake up rejoicing and glad and happy, right? This energy that's starving, right? That cannot wake up happy and, oh, just another day, blah, right? That weird, melancholy, exhausting energy. Like, damn, like, your life is making me exhausted kind of energy. This energy wants you to open up a whole new karmic cycle by projecting, by you casting those spells with your words, saying that, oh, you know, like they would say they're so tired and this and that, and then it'd be like, so how about you? How's your day going, right? And the intention would be for you to lie. So you would be lying and putting that on your life. Like, instead of saying that you woke up feeling good, you're fine, you know, you're just having a good day. The intention would be for you to match their energy because it would be seem inconsiderate or rude for you, because like, you know, it's rude to, in their mind, it's like they want you to feel bad and feel like you're being rude for having a great day when someone is openly having a bad day in front of you. That's the intention. So in order for you not to make them feel bad, they would want you to match that energy and make up or think of it like, oh yeah, I'm so tired too, and blah blah. But you got to be careful, because if you keep doing that, you're going to end up living in that same energy, and that's a cycle that you have broke out of. Right, that same shit, different day kind of energy. Never enough, never enough, never enough. Too much, too much, too much. That's a cycle. All right, that's a cycle that a lot of people don't even realize that they're stuck in. Right, the same shit, different day. Always, nothing new. Just bored. Just, you know, just laziness and tired and not having energy, and that's the energy that they want you to be in. Right, but if you speak it, eventually it'll happen, right? I tested that theory out recently, and it's true. But it's true, so you have to be careful, all right? So you need to be careful. You just have to. I keep saying that, I know, because it's true. That cycle of you not being appreciative of your days and your energy and your health and your wealth and just being alive, right? Like just waiting, like I can't wait to go to sleep, and you wake up and immediately as soon as you wake up you already can't wait to go to bed. That's a very sad cycle to be in. You're not experiencing life, right? You're just waking up to go to sleep. So that's a cycle that you need to be careful of, that there are people that way. There are people around you that they literally, as soon as they wake up, they already can't wait to go back to sleep. Right, because they just, I don't know, like the weight of life, they can't handle life, they make it complicated, it's too much, their burdens, their struggles, their karma, their repetition, blah, blah, whatever it is, that's not you. And you need to own it, stand in that. I'm sorry that your day was bad, but my day was pretty good. My weekend was pretty good. I'm having a good day. I'm sorry to hear about your bad day, but, you know, since you're asking about my day, because you're not actively, that's the thing too, these people, they will actively go out of their way to like tell you how bad their days are, or how much struggle they're in, or how exhausted they are. They are going out of their way to tell you this, and then those same people are the same ones that will turn around and ask you how your day is going, right, expecting you to match that energy. No ma'am, no sir, I'm not. No, you went out of your way to tell me about how crappy your day has been, and now you're asking me about my day. My day's good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Sorry to hear about your crappy day, but my day's pretty good. Thank you for asking about my day. Even though I didn't ask about your day. Don't say that part, but you know what I mean? You don't have, this is like, let's match the energy. No. This is not energy you want to match, and you don't have to. Why? And it's not like you're going out of your way. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. Now tell me about your crap day. Like, you're not doing that. I feel like a lot of you, like, you don't really do that. You don't do that at all, right? And unless someone asks you how you are or about your day, right, then maybe you'll be like, oh yeah, my day was pretty good, or whatever, right? But you're not actively going out of your way to tell people these things, right? Because why? Like, if you notice someone's having a bad day, why would you actively rub your good day in their face? You're not doing that. But it's these people, not all of them, some of them, who are having bad days, and they will want you to match their energy because they see you having a good day. Misery loves company. There's sirens in the background. Always sirens in the background. That's the problem with living in New York. There's always sirens. It's like never a shortage of sirens. But you get used to it. Even it's just like background music. You looking for a sign is a sign. Yes, this is. Yeah. So if you were wondering like that's weird, then you're on point. Definitely follow that. That's your intuition telling you like, be careful because this is not. And you're just like, oh, okay, I got it. That's basically God just talking to you. Your past doesn't define you. Yeah. So I feel like somebody is trying to play with. That's why I've been doing that lately. I've been getting like this feeling, like not regression, but like just noticing things from like certain time periods of my life So it's not like going back in time, maybe like time traveling, not time traveling, but going back in time and like revisiting certain memories, certain, like taking a second look at certain things. And I've been picking up on that, and I find that very interesting. And it's just been going farther and farther back. I don't know how to explain that, but I feel like for a lot of you, with the whole your past doesn't define you, it's like somebody is trying to make it seem like you're not allowed to have good days or being appreciative, or they're trying to make it seem like, let me put it as an example, right? Let's say you dealt with sadness a lot, or betrayal, or depression. Let's say you dealt with depression a lot, right? And whatever happened, or whatever. And then now you're actually waking up feeling happy. You're enjoying your days. You're grateful. You're appreciative. You're genuinely happy. This energy wants you to match their energy. And it's kind of like, well, you were depressed too, so I don't understand why you can't match my energy. You need to be careful, because it could be it could be a karmic feminine, right, that's dealing with this energy right now. Very very depressive energy. Same shit, different day. Their soul is starving. They're not happy. They don't wake up excited about life, right? And if you were once in that energy, you're no longer in that energy, right? If you're concerned about if somebody has been messing with your energy or trying to make you to match the energy, this is right here confirmation. You looking for a sign is a sign. That's your intuition picking up. Like, somebody is definitely trying to get me to match their negative energy. If you've been feeling that way, this is confirmation. I'm getting a sharp pain right here. Right here, I'm getting a sharp pain. It's like a nail is hitting me from the inside. Oh my god, I hate when that happens. Yeah, it's just a karmic feminine. And they want you to feel like, because you've experienced before, past tense, you have experienced what they are currently experiencing now, they feel like it's only fair that you match their energy. No sir, no ma'am. I do feel like this is a karmic feminine, but we'll see what happens. But this person, this energy, it wants you to match their energy. And it's kind of like, if they're having it's kind of like you feeling uncomfortable, or maybe I shouldn't talk about my good day. Maybe I shouldn't be so open about my good day. Maybe I shouldn't change my profile picture because, so and so, whatever, for whatever reason. Maybe I shouldn't wear these nice shoes that I worked hard to get today because so and so feels like they can't get another pair of shoes. And you see, it's that weird energy. Like, you shouldn't have to shine yourself down or dull your light because where someone is currently right now in their energy. And it's crazy because I'm getting the strong feeling that when you were in this energy, past tense, this person, I'm going to wear my new shoes, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do that, you weren't a thought. No, you were not a thought. And so it's kind of like this person wants you to, like, energetically intimidate you from not shining just because they feel like they're not, it's just same day, different toilet kind of thing. Like, they're just unhappy about life. And you generally are, because that's how God made it. This is a day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. God literally made the days like this for you to be happy. So, it's not. Yes, my love. That's a ribbon from your swim.
Yeah, he gifted me.
Yes, baby.
It was when I swim.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when I was swimming.
You want to go swimming again?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go swimming soon. But, I love you. You want to put it in here? So it's kind of like this energy wants it for you to be like, it's not illegal for you to be happy just because somebody else is not happy. Come here. Okay? It's not. And I feel like this energy wants you to feel like ashamed. Oh, I was looking for this one. Ashamed to like feel bad because you're genuinely happy and they're not. And I'm sorry to say it, but I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but I'm not. Alright, I'm done with that. It's because I'm jealous of you. You know these people person. You know who this person is. I do feel like this is a karmic feminine. And I had a dream last night. Okay, so I will tell you about this. One dream, not all of the dreams I had, because I'd be having like a million dreams in one night, and I just wake up like, ugh. That's why I stopped writing them down, because it was just too much, and then like, ugh. Alright. It's because I'm jealous of you, so this could definitely be a karmic feminine that's jealous of you because they're dealing with depression and unhappiness, and they feel like they're stuck in a cycle. She found her microphone, so, right? And you're not. And they want you to open up this cycle of misery loves company, right? You're not miserable, you're not depressed, but they are right now. They want you to speak that upon yourself so you can join them. Come join the misery train with me. Choo-choo. But yeah, you definitely know this person or these people. In the beginning, I did say energies, so it could be multiple people. But there is definitely one person that's kind of like spearheading this entire campaign, this misery campaign. So in the dream, right, I had a dream last night that I was on vacation, and there was one person who I saw in my dream on the vacation, and I was like, this is odd, because I thought we were under the understanding that so-and-so was going to be joining the vacation. But I left that alone. That was me thinking to myself in my dream. I left that alone. I was just like, okay, whatever it is, what it is. We're already here. Let's enjoy it. But then there was so it was another person, right? They were hiding in the background, but they were joining us on like the roller coasters, and they were joining us like just walking around. They were literally enjoying the vacation with us. And this is a person where I'm just like, how do you even know about this? Right? And it was just that one woman by herself, and she was just joining us, and she wanted to have a good time. She wanted to enjoy the sun and the breeze and, you know, be free. And so whoever this woman is feeling bound right now in her life, whether that's by her career, her relationship, her children, if she has children, her responsibilities. I'm hearing Tommy Pickles say, I don't want no more responsibilities. So this is someone who wants to continue to live in a fantasy, or what they're trying to do is, because you're generally not miserable like they are, and you're genuinely happy, this person is trying to like hitch a ride and live vicariously through your happiness, because they can't right now. This is a woman. In my dream it was a woman, so for you it could be a man, but who knows, right? But in my dream it was a woman, and this is someone who also feels like they cannot breathe, and they're unhappy, and they're stuck, right? What happened? Let me see. Let mama see. Come here. What happened, Pumpkin? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So she like fell, and she's like, I fell. My baby. Alright, so yeah, so this is this person, right? And they can't handle the karmic cycle that they are in, this cycle of misery, depression, sadness, and blah blah blah. They can't handle it. They don't want to be alone in it, right? But they're also trying to live vicariously through your happy days, and they can only watch. And I feel like because they don't like that, because they're not the ones experiencing those happy days, they're trying to like hitch a ride on your. It's kind of, I just heard like destiny swap. I got like a shooting pain like all down my jaw. This person's like, kind of destiny swap, trying to give you their depressive and negative karmic cycle of emotional distress, right? Like, here, take this, and then you give me this kind of energy. I'm kind of getting like, if you have $1 and they have 2 dimes, it would be like, here, take 2 dimes, because 2 is more than 1. Right? And you, being none the wiser, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll give you my $1 because you have 2 dimes, and obviously 2 is more than 1. Everybody knows that, right? Because 2 is higher than 1. But not knowing that what you have is more of value. Even though you have $1, it's more value than their 2 dimes. That's 10 cents. No, that's 20 cents. Dimes are tens, right? They don't want you to realize that what you have is more valuable than what they have, and they have more of it. So whatever you have is definitely valuable. It could just be your happiness, your freedom, right? Because I was something about like a roller coaster, and it was like but not like it was like a water slide kind of thing. Like obviously, like when you're on a roller coaster going down a water slide, you're like, yeah, you're free and happy. This is what this person wants. They want to be free and happy, and you have that. That's kind of like another reason why I feel like they hitched a ride in my vacation dream, because they wanted to experience that freedom, that happiness, right? You know, people go on vacations to be free, to be relaxing, to be, you know, they can enjoy that, all the hard work, and that's another thing too. Vacations are expensive, right? So you could be in a good place financially, you're enjoying your days, you're free, you're happy. So this person could be struggling financially, they could be feeling stuck, bound, unhappy, stagnant, right? A bunch of things. This person needs to stop, because I already know the layers of them. Honestly, that's like my favorite thing to do. Peeling back the layers like an onion. Alright, let's move on. I feel like you were able to, I keep hearing the word steady. I feel like you were able to steady yourself if you were in this once. You definitely were in the cycle like this. You were able to like maintain this or heal it or get through it. And this made you stronger. It says, my grace is sufficient for you. For my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:19. My grace is sufficient for you. I feel like somebody wants you to feel like you're not worthy of this, but God is saying, my grace is sufficient for you. Like, you're good. You're worthy of this. You are enough for my grace. You are enough to be experiencing these happy days. Like, why wouldn't you be? Who said that? Who said that? You are, right? This person wants you to feel like it's illegal for you to be happy or to be free or whatever, just because they are not. This is a very, very, very selfish individual. It says, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So this could have been a very difficult moment of weakness in your life and time, but you overcame it, right? You overcame it. This person, they don't want to go through it. They don't want to overcome it. They just want it to go away by giving it to you. You know, take my $2 and then, because it's more than your $1, and it's just like you being none the wiser. Because 2 is better than 1 anyway, so why not? They want you to give them something of great value that you have, but you being none the wiser of the value that you like, the value that is behind it, right? It's kind of like I think there was this one movie called Get a Clue. It's on Disney Channel, and she was talking about like these brooches or whatever, and how she got one of the brooches at a flea market, not realizing that the brooch, so the seller is selling it, I don't know, maybe like $12 or whatever, but the woman who bought it, not even realizing, well, after she bought it, she realized that it was worth like $250,000 because it was like a rare collector's brooch item, like a bug collector's item or whatever. But that's the thing. You have something worth of great, great, great value. It could even be something small or one thing, whatever. But what this person wants to give you in return is crap. It's trash, basura. It's nothing compared to what you, and what their intentions for you would be to give it up. That's not, don't do that. I need a different deck. You know what? I'm going to work with this. Let's see what happens. So it's kind of like you speaking ill upon yourself just to make someone else feel better. You're giving up the freedom, and like that would be a disservice and a disappointment to God, because God's like, why are you saying that? Like, I gave you literally happy, joyful days. So why are you telling that person that your days are less than? Like, that's not, you know. And then the more you do that, God's gonna be like, okay, well, if you're putting that energy out, then I might as well give these happy, joyful days to somebody else who's really gonna appreciate them. Oof. The World upright fell out. Ace of Pentagrams upright fell out. So this person could be watching you and your Ace of Pentacles with envy. You look at how they're driving and the rearview mirror behind them is red. and they're just moving forward. So this person could be watching you move forward in your life, closing out cycles left and right, left and right, left and right. They could be watching you. And on top of that, with this Ace of Pentacles, you know how I was just talking about vacations, right? Vacations are expensive, and I just had a dream about vacations, right? But there was this hitchhiker in my dream enjoying the vacation, and they put no effort, no finances, no effort, no driving, no nothing into the vacation. But there they were enjoying the vacation as if they deserved it or earned it or it was for them. So this person could be watching you with envy, watching your finances with envy, watching your money with envy, watching the things that you're accumulating, you're gaining with envy, right? So it's not even just about finances. It's like Ace of Pentacles. It's more like the things that you have, like whether it's your clothes, your cars, your friendships, the support around you, your finances, whatever it is that you're gaining, because you're receiving things over and over, like every day you're getting something. This person they're trying to see what it is that you're getting, or it's like they look away for like a week, and when they look back at you, you have something else that's new, and they're looking at you with envy and anger and bitterness, and they're jealous. It says it's because I'm jealous of you. Look. And you know this person. You know this person. And look, it says no, but it's in red as well. Yeah, this person is envious of your financial gain, your material gain, the support that you have gained. Even if you just, like, I don't know, went to McDonald's and bought yourself a meal, they're jealous of that. Because, I don't know, I can't believe they bought themselves a meal. The meals are so expensive. Blah, blah, blah. But where you are, you can afford that. It's crazy, like a McDonald's meal. You're jealous because someone else can afford a McDonald's meal. I'm just using that as an example, alright? So yeah. I also feel like because you're in this Ace of Pentacles energies, that's because you closed out cycles. This person has opened up new karmic cycles for themselves, and they want you to join them in that. And you're not. You're moving forward. You left. You left. You're gone. You're driving. You're leaving all that anger, animosity, pain, bitterness, resentment, jealousy. You're leaving all of that behind you. Now, whether these were emotions and feelings and demons that were within you, around you, that you left behind, and or these are people that are still dealing with these emotions and demons and blah blah blah. So it could be all of it. You left that. You was like, okay, God, you handle this, because you handle this. And God's like, finally, now go be happy. This person's watching you. They could be watching you online on the internet. Spying on you through the internet. Right? Otherwise, how else would they have an inkling or an idea of your financial status? How else? Right? If this is someone you're not... Three of Pentacles. If this is somebody that you're not kosher with at the moment, right? If you don't have them on social media, you're not speaking to them, blah, blah, blah. How else would they have an idea of your financial status? Or like an inkling, an idea, the tip of the iceberg, if they weren't watching you or utilizing the internet somehow to keep an eye on you or watch you? Or I keep saying that, watch you. The Empress reversed on the bottom of the deck. I knew it, and I told you it was a karmic feminine. The Empress reversed on the bottom of the deck. Look, see the Empress? This is a mother figure. This is a mother figure who they cannot create. They cannot. New things aren't happening for them. They can't create. They can't relax. They can't enjoy life. They can't. They don't have power. They can't sit in power or gain power. You have the Three of Pentacles upright. This person wants to work with you. They want to collaborate with you. And I also do feel like this person is trying to collaborate with other people to spy and watch you. So they could also be using... Oh my gosh. This person could be using someone else's social media account to look on your social media, like if you're friends with them or like a family member or a coworker or whatever the case it is, right? They'd be like, oh, let me see your phone. And then the first thing that they would do, they would go to your page or your YouTube or your Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, whatever, they would go directly to your page and they would watch you or stalk you and spy on you and look at you and what you have, and they utilize the connections that they have with other people. Unbeknownst to these people, they're utilizing those connections to watch you. Like, oh, can I see your phone real quick? Right? And if they see that that person has, like, social media on their page, they would go to that social media page and then they would go to your page. That's what they would do. Right? They're utilizing the internet to watch you. This is somebody who uses the connections around them. I told you this is someone who's very, very selfish. This is a mother figure, a very selfish mother figure. Now, if this woman doesn't have children, right, with this Empress in reverse, it could just simply be the fact that they are lazy, and their laziness, like, even it's also in their spirit. They don't have the strength, the spiritual strength, to get through this karmic cycle. So in their mind, the best thing to do is to trade it. Right? They want to trade it because they're lazy, and they know that they're lazy, and they don't care that they're lazy. Otherwise, you know, but they're lazy and they don't want to. They just, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. They're lazy. All right, with the Empress in reverse energy, they just don't want to. And so, because in their mind, the best way to do is, well, you have $1, I have 2 dimes, but 2 dimes is more than 1. 2 is more than 1. So let's trade. Right? They're hoping that you're none the wiser about their plans to collaborate or partner up with you, not knowing that what you have is way more valuable than what they have. There's a poem like that, because 2 is better than 1. I gotta look it up. Oh, right here. It's by Shel Silverstein. The poem is called Smart. Here, I'll read it. Okay. So it's by Shel Silverstein and it's called Smart. My dad gave me $1 bill because I'm his smartest son. And I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters because 2 is more than 1. And then I took the quarter and traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. I guess you don't know that 3 is more than 2. Just then, along came old blind Bates, and just because he can't see, he gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes, and 4 is more than 3. And I took the nickels to Haram Coombs down the seed feed store. And the fool gave me 5 pennies for them, and 5 is more than 4. And then I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks and closed his eyes and shook his head, too proud of me to speak. That's the poem. That's what I've been getting from all of this. Like, you're so smart, right? Like, you're giving something because you can handle it, you're smart, you're capable, right? Because I'm his smartest son. And this person wants to, like, trick you out of this. Whatever you have this. And it's like this person wants to trick you out of this. Because 2 is better than 1. What you have is more of value than what they want to give you. Right? And I keep getting that. Like, you have $1 and they have 2. I think it said it 2 quarters in there, right? Right? They have 2 quarters on, but 2 is better than 1. You know, it's better this way. It's not. And then the brooch, right? She got it at a flea market for like $12, not knowing that it was like worth $250,000. I don't know the numbers. Okay, I'm just, because I don't know the numbers, but that's basically like the whole premise of this. Five of Cups, upright. Yeah, wow. This person is really depressed and sad and unhappy and miserable. Jesus. And if it is a collaboration of people too, they're all unhappy and sad. But there's something about this Three of Pentacles that's like, I'm missing something. There's something I'm missing here. But this is their energy. Sad, depression, woe is me, victim mindset, right? This Three of Pentacles energy. I feel like this person wants to make it seem like they want to learn something from you. It could be they want to learn how you overcame this energy. But honestly, to be honest with you, there's really no one right answer, because what is it? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, or something like that. What is that? I keep a lot of my messages comes in like poems, rhymes, limericks, music, movie. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Proverb. I get a bunch of proverbs. That's what they are. Proverbs. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Literally, what is good for a female goose is equally good for a male goose. Or what is good for a woman should be equally as good for a man. So I feel like this person wants to make it seem like, or the same way that you overcame this energy would be the same answer for them, which is basically give it to God. But they don't want that. They don't want to hear that. So this person's going to ask you how you overcame this and how you overcame that. Just give it to God, and that's it. Simple. Give it to God. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? But this person, they don't want that. This is someone that, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. I'm getting the Notebook now, right? She's like, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. And he's like, what do you want? It's really that simple, though. Give it to God. Give it to God. Just, but I don't think this person, the only word that's yelling in my head is allowed. I don't think this person is allowed to do that right now. I don't think they're allowed to just give it to God so that way they can get rid of this right now. Because I think this is why I was getting this is why I'm stuck on the Three of Pentacles. Because this person collaborated on something that they should not have collaborated on or partnered up with, or maybe they made a contract to deal with a demon that they shouldn't have, right? Now they want to give this to God, but God's like, you got a whole contract that you're stuck in, so deal with that. Deal with the consequences and the karma, and then afterwards maybe we can talk. I think that's why this person is like not allowed right now, because they have they're being held accountable right now for their actions. That's why they're in this energy right now. That's why giving it to God is not, they just can't do that right now for whatever reason. It could be because of a contract that they made, a deal, a collaboration that they should not have made, right? But God's like, listen, you can't have what the collective has, right? And until you deal with what you got to deal with, you and I are not exactly on good terms at the moment. So it's like this person's not exactly on good terms with the Most High God. So they can't exactly, God, take this away. And God's like, but go through with it first. Deal with it first. You got another couple years left. And they can't take what you have. So now they're just in this very miserable, depressed, sad. Listen, I hate to be this person, but this person is in a very, very low place mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, right? But what I'm going to say might sound like a cop-out, but realistically, unless you are qualified, certified, licensed as a mental health, whatever, there's really nothing you can do for this person. That might sound like a cop-out, especially if you know this person, this is like a family member, a close, a friend, a neighbor, or whatever. You are not qualified, all right? And now if you want to get technical, be careful, because you don't want to be held liable for whatever this person does to themselves because of how they're feeling, all right, about their life. Now, that is All right, just so you know, if you're not qualified, if you're not a registered nurse, a doctor, a therapist, psychiatrist, licensed, certified, whatever, legally, right? How can you help this person, right? You're not qualified to help this person, and they are in a time of need, but you cannot help them. So the best thing for you to do legally, call up the doctors or the hospital or the police. You can even call the police and have the police do a wellness check on this person, or their neighbors can, or their family members can, or whatever. But what this person wants from you is like a saving grace, and you can't do that. You can even prescribe medication or talk to them, or you're not qualified. All right, you're not qualified. So be careful. Keep that in mind. All right. If someone is reaching out to you saying that they're going to unalive themselves and blah 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 blah, call the police. All right, call the police and tell them so and so just said this, blah blah blah. Can you do a wellness check? Blah 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 blah. Because whatever happens, you're not liable. Don't be liable for this. All right, this is not. You're just a human being, a simple human being who works at the grocery store down the street. How can you be? How is it that someone's putting their life in your hands? You're not responsible for that. That seems like a cop-out. Truly, it does. But it's the fact. It's the truth. You're not responsible for this. They cannot handle this. What are you supposed to do about that? You're supposed to... What? What is it that you're supposed to do about this? What can you do about this? It's like someone's telling you, my water is broken. Like, there's a flood. Blah, 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 blah. Why are you telling me? I'm not a plumber. Well, can you do something about it? No, sir. I'm not a plumber. No, ma'am. I'm not a plumber. What do you... Your neighbor coming to you, telling you, hey, did your water break because there's a flood and blah, blah, blah. No. Well, there's a flood in my... Okay, what do you want me to... Like, did you call the plumber? Did you call the firefighter? Why are you telling me this? I'm your neighbor. I'm your... what can I do about this? The sun is coming out. This person wants to go with you with problems, and what solutions could you give them? The only thing you can say is give it to God, and that's not enough for this person, because it's like right now they're not on good terms with the Most High God, and it's not like it's forever too. That's the thing too. It's not forever. They just have to deal with whatever they have to deal with, whatever karmic cycle that they opened up for themselves. They're gonna have to go through with it and deal with it. Woe was me, I have to pay my karmic debts, woe was me. Well, yeah, kind of, because divine feminines, divine masculines, they already did that. So, what? What do you want them to do about that? Woe is me, but can you just take this because you've already gone through it before and I can't do it? No. That's yours. You deal with that. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not holding that. I'm not touching that. That's not mine. Weirdo. This is a sad weirdo. This is a sad, entitled weirdo. And they're very, very nosy. Oh, yeah. This is a very nosy person. We have the 3 of Swords on the fence and the Knight of Pentagrams on the fence. This person, listen. See, that's what came out. 3 of Swords, Knight of Pentagrams on the fence. This person, they are stuck in this emotional, sad, depressive turmoil. They're stuck in it. They can't move forward, right, until they deal with whatever they got to deal with. And they can't go backwards. They can't pretend. They can't erase it. They're stuck in this.
Hi, Mom. I was putting you.
Okay.
I got another one.
Okay, just so you know, we're gonna clean it up. So yeah, they're stuck in this. They can't, and it's making them. This is a karmic woman. It's making them very angry and bitter and resentful. But I do feel like this is a karmic woman who is also like, because the Empress in reverse came out on the bottom of the deck, right? This is someone who's very, like, masculine and very, like, cutthroat about the things that they do. Let me tell you, this demon in the show, he was very, very cutthroat, too. Like, he just didn't care. Although he did, end up having to, like, face certain consequences, but right. So this person, let's say this person made a contract, a deal, whatever, blah 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 blah, whatever fell through, didn't happen. I also had a conversation with someone in my dream. I think it was the night before yesterday. I had a conversation with them. I'll tell you the conversation in a second. But back to this, whatever, it didn't fall through, and now they did this in a cutthroat energy, not caring. And God's like, oh, but I care. That's my child. That's my baby. What are you doing? I care. And now this person's like, woe is me. Nothing works out for me. And this is like, do you not realize that this is because of the things that you just did, the contract that you made, the deal that you made? So let me tell you about this conversation that I had in my dream the other day, right? I was at an event. In my dream, I was at an event, right? And there was this guy. I was talking to this guy. And he was like, he had glasses. And I didn't really have to say much, but I was telling him a story. And after I told him a story, he said, I know exactly what you're talking about. But in the story, I said, how did I start off? I said, picture this, okay? There's a man and a woman who want to achieve something. The man wants to be a famous artist, wants to be known, wants to be whatever. The woman wants luxury and fame, influence, right? Now these two people are together. And now in order for this to happen, right, the man has to give something up of importance on his side. The woman, she too has to give something up on her side of importance, right? Something sacred would be considered a sacred bond. The man, it went through on his side, but on the woman's side, it didn't fall through, which nulled the entire contract. So what happens? Neither of them get fame, fortune, recognition. So the contract failed. And as soon as I told this man the story in my dream, he said, I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's that. Okay? So this contract, this deal that this woman did, it didn't hit you. And this is the consequences of that. Right? Because in the industry, everybody knows to get something of great value, you have to give something up of great value. In the industry, right? And what is the one thing that is so common that starts with the letter S, ends with the letter E? S-A-C-R-I-F-E. That word. Right? The left side of my face is burning now. I'm gonna get one more and I'll close it. I knew it. A high priestess of water reverse. This is a water sign. This is a karmic empress. Karmic mother figure. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I am getting more Pisces though, because in my dream it was a Pisces woman that I saw that was hitchhiking in my vacation dream. But I just let it be. I peeped it. I just let it be because I'm like, I want to see where this goes. I want to see what happens, right? Yeah, so for some of you this could be a karmic water sign. This woman is very emotionally unstable. And as you can see with the Five of Cups up right here and the Three of Swords stuck, right? And they're kind of going to have to, with the Knight of Pentagrams, which is like the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest knight in the deck. The thing is, the Knight of Pentacles can be very stubborn, right? If he doesn't want to move fast, you can't make him fast. This karmic cycle that this woman is experiencing, she wants to get rid of it. She wants to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And the universe is like, no, you're going to have to stay in this energy for the next couple of years or so. Deal with this. And it's really draining. It's draining her, right? She's drowning. It's draining her. High Priestess of Water, reverse. She's emotionally unstable. She's like, there's something about her awareness, like she's not seeing something or thinking clearly, or she could be emotionally lashing out. Alright? She's not. This is what I'm saying. High Priestess of Water, reverse. 3 of Swords on the fence. Their soul is starving, stay away. It's because they're jealous of you. And the 5 of Cups upright. This person, there's this thing called wellness checks that the police can do, right? If someone is really, if you're ever really concerned about someone's well-being, or they say, I'm gonna do this, blah, blah, right? And then they hang up and you're like, well, I don't want to go there in person because I don't know what's gonna happen to me. But what you can do is called a wellness check. You call the police up, right? And let them know, hey, so-and-so, blah, 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 so-and-so just called me. They said this, and this. I don't want to go over there. I can't go over there, whatever the case. You don't have to justify that. But can you do a wellness check? And they will check on that person. And if they see that that person needs help, they will act accordingly, hopefully, right? But if they see that that person is perfectly fine and they're just, trying to get you, right? They're just putting on a show or whatever, then you did a wellness check. You did what you did as a citizen. Because, again, you're not licensed. You're not a therapist. You're not a nurse. You're not a doctor. That's if you are not. If you are, then still do a wellness check, right? You're not their nurse. You're not their doctor. You're not their psychiatrist. You're not their whatever, right? But for the humans that are not licensed or whatever in anything, this person's life is not in your hands. And don't make it seem like because they're having a bad day, you should feel bad for having a good day. You were given those good days. She put a sticker on me that says, wow! You were given those good days by the Most High God to enjoy. Not to feel like, oh, if I have a good day, then so-and-so is it's gonna trigger so-and-so, and no. You having a good day should not, and it doesn't make sense that you having a good day is triggering someone else to have a bad day or triggering their emotional distress. No, that doesn't make sense. This person's trying to put that energy onto you. And then what's going to happen? You keep shining, you keep shrinking, and then next thing you know, you get stuck in that shrunken energy, and eventually you forget that you're a whole diamond star, right? But because you kept shrinking, you're like, one day I'm gonna be a big star, not realizing that you were already a big star. Like, you were always meant to shine. You only were doing that because you didn't want this person to feel bad and have like an emotional trigger about your natural shine. You see, very, very selfish. Alright. But so I hope this helps. Alright. Don't give them your dollar because their 2 quarters is not worth it. Okay? Bye.